ready for some exciting news this week in the Parks and Recreation Update. We have some information on our summer programs and a bit of information about some of our upcoming summer trips, including our exciting whitewater rafting adventure. So sit back, give us a few minutes of your time, and let's see what we have going on. It's off to the fabulous Toledo Zoo on Wednesday, June 17th. Charter bus transportation takes us there to enjoy a great day watching the animals and seeing all there is to see at the zoo. The bus departs the community center at 9 a.m. and returns at 7 p.m. Call today to sign up for this great chance to visit the zoo. You know, one of the great advantages of taking our bus trips is not having to deal with the traffic or directions yourself. So join us on June 17th at the Toledo Zoo. If it's roller coasters you love, climb aboard as we head to Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio. This is the way to go to Cedar Point. Board our bus, sit back, relax, sleep, or visit with your friends while we handle the details and get you to one of the best amusement parks around. Our bus will leave Romeo at 6:30 a.m. and return at approximately midnight on Tuesday, June 23rd, and also on Wednesday, July 29th. Details are available at the Parks and Recreation office. Make it a date and put it on your calendar now for a day full of fun at Cedar Point. Look ahead at your summer and pencil us in on your calendar for Monday, July 13th, and join us as we take off to discover Saugatuck. Saugatuck, Michigan, on the west side of the state, provides a retreat from the hectic world with an environment rich in artistic culture and unique shopping. The town is nestled along the shores of Lake Michigan with its picturesque beaches. This tour gives you a leisurely day to explore the art galleries, fine shops, and visit a few of the fine restaurants on your own. You will also have plenty of time to stroll the boardwalk and view the more than 900 yachts and sailboats that make this area a summer home port. The highlight of our tour will be a cruise on the Star of the Saugatuck. On the ride home, we'll stop at the Noel restaurant for dinner. This tour includes water, juice, and muffins on the bus. This trip is limited to 54 people with a payment deadline of June 8th. We depart at 6:45 a.m. and return to Romeo at 9:30 p.m. Call the Parks and Recreation office today to sign up to discover Saugatuck. If you're looking for a fun and exciting summer adventure, consider joining us on our whitewater rafting weekend coming up in July. This year will be our third annual trip to West Virginia for some incredible rafting experiences. If you've ever thought about taking the adventure of whitewater rafting, listen to this. We'll take a charter bus from Romeo, which provides air conditioning, a bathroom, movies, and a very comfortable ride on our travels to West Virginia. It is about a 9-hour bus trip, but honestly, the time goes by pretty well, with a few stops for food, movies to watch on the bus, and talking with your friends or family. We stay at River Expeditions, which is a campground near the New River. You will need to bring camping equipment like a tent and sleeping bag unless you pay an additional fee to rent one of their cabins on the grounds. The campground includes a pool and hot tub, volleyball area, a light breakfast on Saturday and Sunday morning, picnic tables, and a fire pit. We arrive Friday at about dinner time, set up our camping area, and enjoy the rest of the evening before our big day of rafting on the New River. Saturday morning we're off for the big adventure. Rivers will give us complete instruction on the rafting requirements, including a short video with safety tips and information for the river. Helmets and life jackets are required for everyone and provided by the rafting company. We'll take a short bus ride to the river where we'll divide into rafts and get into our boat with an experienced rafting guide in every raft. These guides have traveled this river so many times, I think they could go down the river blindfolded and make it through okay. We take off down the river for a trip that lasts about 4 to 5 hours and includes rapids rated from Class 2 to Class 5. Now, if you've never rafted before, Class 5 rapids are the most difficult level for the river we will be on. Our trip is in July, when the water levels are lower, which makes our trip a little less intense, as opposed to going in early spring or late fall, when the water levels are higher. During our trip, we can expect to go through all levels of rapids. However, we will only experience 2 or maybe 3 Class 5 rapids. This trip is recommended for anyone over the age of 12. Beginners and those with some rafting experience will enjoy an exciting day on the water. Now, as you may notice on the video, the trip on the river is not one continuous rapid after another. We'll drift down the river, and maybe every 15 or 20 minutes, we actually go through a set of rapids, which only lasts about 5 or 6 seconds at a time. There are actually spots on the river where you will have the option to get out of the raft and swim if you would like to. Partway through our trip, we'll stop on the side of the river, and the rafting company will provide us with sandwiches and snacks for a hearty lunch before we continue our adventure. Upon completion of the rafting experience, we'll return to the campground where we receive a complimentary drink at the Red Dog Saloon while waiting to view a video from our day of rafting. Our group will view the video footage of all the rafts from the trip that day. Then, to top off the day, we are provided with a steak dinner and all the trimmings right at the campground. The rest of the evening and the next morning is yours to enjoy with the campground activities that include a live band at the Red Dog Saloon on property, swimming, hiking, volleyball, and just hanging out around a campfire and enjoying each other's company. Sunday morning, we will reload the bus for the drive home, returning to Romeo at approximately 9 p.m. This really is a fun and exciting trip to share with your family and friends. You'll go home with stories and laughs that bring you together and a feeling of satisfaction for pushing yourself to try a new adventure. A flyer with specific details is available at the Parks and Recreation office or on our website at www.rwbparksrec.org, or feel free to call Parks and Rec, ask for me, Joyce Oliver, and I will be happy to answer your questions about this wonderful adventure. Our whitewater rafting trip departs on Friday, July 17th and returns on Sunday, July 19th. The cost is $229 per person, which includes everything I've mentioned here. If this is something that sounds like fun to you, do yourself a favor and contact us for more details. Well, as you can see, we're starting to give you more information on what we have coming up this summer for you and your family. You can expect to receive the Parks and Rec summer brochure by the end of May. If you have any questions on any of our programs, trips, or events coming up, feel free to call the Parks and Recreation Department and we'll be happy to fill you in with the details. Thank you for joining us, and we will talk to you soon.